Hello everyone, back at it once again. It's Derek.
And Maddy.
We're Earth and Stone. We are at San Cedro Cemetery. See? I'm not lying. 1 and 2. Now when I read this on the map, I thought it was going to be two big cemeteries like San Fernando.
Right.
No. This is the whole thing right here. See it? 1 and 2. And 3 and 4. She dances all night long. So follow us, won't you? And as soon as we walk in, we see this little deal here. Now, I don't know if this is just for decoration or if this is a grave marker, but that's pipe. And there's a couple of those wrought iron babies that we always talk about. Here we go, see? You got the old school headstone there, a small headstone here, and this only has part of a gate. Only part. This one just has initials. Oh, GGG. Georgia G. Gonzalez. Alrighty. Is this personalized? Garcia. Uh-huh.
See, that's what I mean. That probably was the original.
Yeah, they'd probably replace the stone that got ruined underneath it.
Right. That makes me wonder if there's some kind of society, you know, that issues tombstones.
Could be. I mean, we've seen plenty of preservation societies for cemeteries. Then again, you know, could just be the family. Which is good because a lot of the stones that are that old don't have family anymore to take care of it.
Right. Just maybe it's their ancestors.
Sure, descendants keep the love going.
Look at that. The curve is small, but you got two.
I wonder if like my grandparents, when they were buried, they buried my grandmother first, and they buried her like 2 feet deeper.
Okay.
And then they buried my grandfather's casket on top of hers, so we didn't have to open up a whole new plot.
So it would be two separate gravestones, but
Right.
they're like one on top of the other. Oh, I see.
And then considering, I mean, you can't really tell because there's no year or date on these, but yeah, I would imagine that's what they did. But you know, back then the caskets weren't very wide, so they could have put two right next to each other, I think, depending on how big they were. Yeah. Santiago Fuentes. And if they took the time to tie that one together, got damaged. Who knows how or when.
I like that, how the little statue, they made that little place for a statue. That has to be a newer statue, but
Could be.
it had that little.
I've seen a stone like this before, and the first thing I thought it was 3 X's. I didn't see the two crosses crossing each other. I thought it had 3 X's on there. Jose Marquez Falicio, 1933, 58 years old. Very distinguished looking gentleman. Like Maddy was pointing out, these are much newer looking stones. So it's safe to say that the family decided that the stone that was there was too damaged. They removed it, put a newer one there. John Melig, grandson, Sergeant John Melig. 1937, John passed away, and his grandson passed away in 1945. Died in Luxembourg, Germany. Sergeant John Melig. Madre Mercedes Acedo. Pablo Morales died in 1973 He looks like a prospector.
Right? Like he fits the time.
Yeah. 1898 to 1973. That's a long time.
Wait, yeah. So he stayed in his time like we would.
Sure.
Like I wear rock and roll T-shirts. That's what we did in the 80s. And
Yeah. No telling when that picture was taken, though.
right.
I mean, it does look like an older photo. Josefa Campos. See, this is Josefa Campos. No. Her grave, her curb is way bigger, but there's also a Tomas here as well. But yeah, it's way longer than the other one. Maria Alvarez and Pauline Garcia, 73. So I was fixing. They put both pictures together.
I like that.
Ramos, Flores. Now, mentioned earlier that I read that there were some that have the stones with the names carved in them. Not sure if these are them or if these are mapped out for other future graves. Looks like it might be them, because here's a gravestone stuck right in the middle of all this. Like they came by later and put it down here. That's interesting, because you got like 3 rows, 4 rows, 1, 2, 5 rows. One day I'm going to learn how to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But I think you're right, Derek. It might be holding the spot because look, they're over there too. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
But the stone is on top. I think you're right.
That could be. That could be. I just, because yeah, none of this looks like it's been dug up or anything. Here we go. Look at this collection right here. Cepeda, Fuentes. These are really, really nice.
You know, I see Guadalupe statues. I see Mary statues. Of course, angels, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
It's rare for me to see a full-on statue of St. Jude. I've seen him on gravestones, like etched in there, but I've never seen in our goings around of St. Jude as a statue.
Is that who that is?
Yeah, that's it.
I didn't know that.
And he's the patron saint of Las Casas.
Santa Ruda. Yeah, I remember that from The Untouchables. Oh. What have you found today, Maddy? Oh, wow. A lizard.
A lizard.
Look at that. Excuse you. Nice. It's very
Wow,
nice.
it looks like it's gone through.
Yeah, this one's seen better days, but what gets me is like the mound that's there. Did they just pour this over the dirt that was on there or something?
And I think that's probably what happened, right? It finally sunk in, but this top didn't.
Right. That makes sense. Ascensión Roman. Gabriel Cerda, Consuelo Cerda. Consuelo's picture got damaged. 1952, 1954. But this one doesn't have a cement barrier like this one does. Sarah V. Roman, 1898 to 1970. We're reaching the back end of the cemetery now. Here's the view from the back of the cemetery. just caught my eye from way back there. 57 to 2006. Deborah Jean Cerda Garcia. Felix E. Ramirez, 1944 to 2003. Of all the times we have guessed people went on the same day, there's been one other time. This one is definitely a tragedy because they all did pass on the same day. June 6, 2003. Mother, father, son, and daughter. Nelda Lilia, Pedro C., Olivia R., Pedro Elias Para. Man, that had to be. It's rare to see something like this, but when I do, I try to put myself in the place of the family and how tragic that day had to be for everybody to lose 4 people that they loved all at once. Just all at once, to see them all on the day of the funeral, to have to follow the hearses in, to carry 4 separate coffins. Man, I don't know. That would definitely take its toll. Right into that. Mendez, Edward R. Mendez, Joe R. Mendez. 66, 65, 67, 2006, 2002. So they weren't that far apart in age. 2 years apart. And they passed away 4 years apart. Man, I tell you. Cecilia Sadler Castillo, 1936 and 1997. In loving memory from your sons and daughters, Jerry, Henry, Robert, and Frank, Nellie, Yolanda, Diana, Elida, and Cecilia. Beautiful woman. Jesus R. and Aurelia R. Garcia. Got a stretch of AstroTurf here to make it look very trim and presentable. Very nice. Oh, that personal touch I talk about. Got a wooden cross put here. 23 to 21. Nice long life. Very long life. Aguedo es Ledesma Jr. 1939 to 2021. That's it. Just some rocks, a vase, rocks in a vase. No grass, just a stone. It's way at the back by the cactus plant. You talk about old school. Look at this. Just a stone with a star, a cross. And that's it. There's the stones we're talking about, leaving stones on the graves to let them know you were here. When I think classic, I think of this. Like cobblestones. A headstone that's so worn out you can't read it. Juan Flores, Sr., sailor. Oh, Mary M. Alvarado, 1923 to 1975. Ah, see? Here we go. And who pointed out? Maddy! Maddy pointed out.
My favorite.
Decorated with marbles. Very nice. I never would have thought about that. First time I saw it, I was like, well, that was smart. No inscription, though. It's kind of worn down. Madre Concepcion Gonzalez, 1902 to 1976. We are reaching back to the start of the cemetery. Here's the last few stones that we'll be covering. Rudy Barrera, because I can't roll my R's today. Oh yeah.
It's up and coming.
That's total 70s right there. That's hanging out on the back road in your pickup truck, listening to some tunes. That's what that looks like. Juan Campos, Jeannie Gonzalez, Candilo Gonzalez, and Lucy L. Gonzalez. You got Juan Campos over here, but the stones all look the same. Rosita Arredondo and Hilo Arredondo, married in 1958. Eloy Rey Arredondo. Yet a little while, and the world seeth me no more, but ye see me, because I live, ye shall live also. (1960 to 2013). Talk about settling. Look at that. Talk about settling. That really settled. Except, this must be very recent. 1935. There's no date of death, but it definitely looks like someone was just placed here because the dirt is just not sinking in. Okay. All right. All right, man. Valderrama. Isia Omar. 1997 to 2003. I saw the toys down here and automatically thought it was a child's grave, and I was right. But looking at the picture, I can almost venture a guess as to what took him from this world so early. But I won't make any assumptions. I'll leave that up to you. God bless him and his family. That was a very short but very sweet tour of San Cedro Cemetery 1 and 2. We saw some new stones, old stones, personal touches, elaborate stones. It ran the gamut, and there were some very interesting ones there, which we both feel had some stories behind it, which we will look into, definitely. Any thoughts, Maddy?
I really am impressed on how many families. It's like three separate families, and then you get into, the miscellaneous. But they pretty much run the cemetery.
Very nice. Well, that's it for now, guys. Catch us on the next one. We look forward to seeing you all there. Until next time, this is Derek.
Maddy, positive vibes.